Welcome, 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 tribe members from all over the world. We are here today to learn deeper about an opportunity that is changing my life, both in terms of health and wealth. I've been on a very long search to find something I can be proud to do to bring to my audience of entrepreneurial friends that want to do something in the new economy of being able to work for themselves from wherever and from whatever phone mobile device that they have. And we have found an opportunity that checks all those boxes on this very long search that I've been on. And a man that we have to thank for bringing such an innovative opportunity to the Western markets, to the English-speaking markets, is my dear friend, Bob. Ching Chen is his justified name, and someone that I've met actually many years ago. And I'm delighted to reconnect with him for such a wonderful lifelong adventure, because as we know, there's no greater wealth than health. But what if we could create wealth through health? And that is the merging of those two vast industries that we have here with OlyLife. And you have actually been a market maker. You've actually taken opportunities from the east to the west, and I would love to know how this came across your attention and also your background of what you've been doing before, because you are actually from corporate. You've done very well, and you've opened up Asia to I think, Western companies that wanted to go to the East. So you're kind of bringing the world together. So with that, please share with us how your journey has been up to the point of discovering OlyLife, and then we'll dive into what OlyLife, what attracted you about OlyLife, and where it's going.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Sal. I really appreciate you for spending the time with me. Uh, I really want to thank you, and also at the same time, I've known you for a while, and you are very humble. So that's something that I'm happy to actually do a chat with you on this. Now, to start off, I always spot trends, and I'm actually a trend spotter. So whatever things I do, I always look at trends. So, for example, the Starbucks days, the
Yeah.
coffee trend. So I almost brought Starbucks into Asia. Then, of course, not really Starbucks, at least that kind of premium coffee into Asia, right? So the other thing was I spotted the IT business as the semiconductor business because I went from uh, Starbucks and coffee, but when I came back my parents didn't teach me how to do crowdfunding. So what a missed opportunity. So I went into the industry at that point in time. And what was really the trend was semiconductor. Now, after semiconductor, well, you see the things that are moving. I went into IT for 15 years. So I was with Hewlett Packard. So prior to that, I was also with Pepsi, with Texas Instrument, JVs, and then Gateway, and then Hewlett Packard. So I've been in the corporate life for almost 15, 20 years. And I decided to come out on my own, so I spotted also the property trends in Singapore because I'm a Singaporean, and there were casinos building up at that time. I knew properties is going to be a boom. And then I went into social media, e-commerce, uh, blockchain, where I mined Bitcoin at $300. I bought Ethereum at $4, things like that. So the trends really help. And then finally, actually 6 years ago, 10 years ago, I saw the metaphysics trend, but I was actually lured into the Bitcoin and Ethereum, the crypto trend. And so, and during this trend, I spotted the health trend, which is about 6, 7 years ago. I found that, there are many things that you can do with a switch of a button and using devices to help you with health. I'm a big advocate for health these days, especially for my age right now. When I left Hewlett Packard, I say I want to build wealth and build health. Now, did I go through the cycle of wealth? Yes. Did I go through the health portion? I didn't, unfortunately. But now I saw, and 6 years ago, actually, I saw this trend because there were many masseurs and beauty salon. They need to use the masseurs and the 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 people to actually do massage and facial, etc. Now I found that that is tying down everybody. What if you have a machine that can help by pressing an on-off button that can help you with your general bodies, your contours, everything, etc., on your health? That will be an easier task for many people, right? But 6, 7 years ago, what I found was the bed like a capsule and it works. They have the headset, they have the mask, etc., and they let you sleep very well, very soundly. And they have a bed, but this bed costs like 14,000, 16,000 US. I felt that was something only the people with extra money they will afford. Most of the masses they may not be into it because it costs a bit and that's only the bit, excluding all the other gadgets, etc. Now, about 2 years ago, I saw this OlyLife P90. I didn't jump into it because I was into metaphysics a lot, understanding myself, understanding others, and at the same time, uh, I knew that this trend, this next 20 years trend, is a fire trend. Uh, and this previously the last 20 years was the earth. So earth, whatever you buy in terms of properties, etc., it just goes up and you make a lot of money. But these 20 years, we are right at the front of these 20 years, which is the fire element. And so when if you select an industry, if I were to select an industry, I would select an industry that is related to fire or at least related to wood that is teaching, right? Or at least something that builds on top of earth, right? Because fire generates earth, right? So a bit more abstract in terms of that. But anyway, fire is the industry. And guess what? The products that I saw in OlyLife, they are all value added products and they are classified into this industry. So I'm comfortable to be in this trend.
So I want to know the backstory. You found out about it 2 years ago. How did you find out about it? And then you didn't act on it then, because I guess you were doing something else in a different space. And so,
Yes.
how was it first introduced to you? And then how was it reintroduced to you? And when was that?
And very frankly, nobody actually really comes to me with this P90. Seriously speaking, I guess they knew I'm a very focused person. Whatever things that I do, I focus on one, maximum two things. I don't focus on four, five things. And that's how the top Fortune 500 companies, the CEO, really do well. They've only focused on one thing. So at that time, I was focusing on metaphysics, spreading the culture, the Chinese culture, 5,000 years of wisdom, and knowing yourself to various countries like US, Canada, Australia, Taiwan. So I saw those machines in Taiwan. Somebody just did mention to me, but it didn't tell me that it contains PMF, and PMF is good for the body. And then I didn't know about the NASA story in during that period. Nobody tells me. I mean, nobody put that statement to me that, hey, this is going to help. It looks like a machine you put your both feet in. And what I do normally is I go to the masseuse or the foot reflexology and do my massage instead. But little did I know about this PMF. But once I knew about this PMF, I felt that wow, this is different. And the best part is I've been traveling a lot, but I make sure I step on this for 3 consecutive weeks, morning and night, morning and night. And what I realized was that a lot of things I became more energetic. And the best part is, I'm on medication. I'm on diabetes and high blood. Let's say diabetes. Um, my marker reading is between 11.5 to 15. That's extremely high for high blood sugar, high sugar level. Now, because of my traveling schedule, I only want to get the medicine to tie me through. So I went to a doctor. Doctor said, "Okay, this time I get you the medicine, but next time you have to come back and do the consultation." So I went back and wanted to get more medicine without the consultation. And very frankly, the doctor stopped me. He says that now I need to really do a test on you. So they did the blood test, blah blah blah, weights, everything, etc. Now, I didn't like all this stuff, taking medicine. I didn't like, uh, going to see a doctor and have all this checkup and etc. So I was, reluctantly going there. But when I reached there, the doctor tell me to take the blood test. Of course, if you want the medicine to tie you through, you have to, right? So no choice, I had to. And to my surprise, it drops to 9.5. Now, this is to me a breakthrough for a long, long time. I didn't know how I got into that 11.5 to 15, but let me share with you. I was actually very surprised that it has dropped to 9.5. Without doing anything, I didn't eat anything less. I didn't change any of my diet. Uh, it just came down. I was surprised. And then I started thinking what has actually changed in my diet or the things that I do or things that I don't do. Well, seriously, 9.5 was by no means the best, was actually still very high, right? By the blood sugar level. In fact, the ideal should be 5 or 6, 5 to 6. So, but it gives me hope. It gives me the encouragement. And it also tells me that, hey, this machine helps.
Wow. So that
Yeah,
was after you were using it for a while, like how
for
long?
about 3 weeks, 3 weeks.
Great, twice a day, morning
Twice a day, morning and afternoon.
wow.
Now, with this machine, you can use preferably twice a day. If you want to do one after another, you have to wait for 4 hours interval. Now, the best is you have a cup of water before, a cup of water during. This is a 30-minute session, and a cup of water after the session. And then this helps with your blood circulation. And I do have a test pen to test, my blood circulation, which I mean, if you are in Singapore, I will pass you some of this. I think I did pass you some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in China, which by the way, I really appreciate you coming to the airport and picking me up. Remember, I almost forgot my luggage and was exiting the airport. First time in China, and you were there for me. It just goes to speak about your character beyond just your business acumen and the fact that I'm getting to do business with a friend. I was intrigued by the technology when the person between you and I, our good friend Samantha, brought it to me. I was delighted that it was you because from many years ago, I was like, hey, we were getting a chance to reconnect, and you're someone that I am proud to do business with because I
Thank you.
enjoy your energy. I enjoy learning from you. You're just someone that I would I consider a friend outside of business, and that's rare to find people you would hang out with, outside of just doing business. In regards to the PEMF technology, I stress to people. Today, I just arrived from Dubai. I went from China, from one of the OlyLife office straight to Dubai because I just wanted to start sharing the technology. So, backstory: I went to check out the technology because I need it myself for my neuropathy. And I went over there to test it out where you picked me up from the airport. And already I was just excited to be learning about this new technology that I was not aware of. And then tested it out. I definitely felt something on my very first experience, and I was like, there's something happening here. And of course, with any healthy habit, you just start doing it on a daily basis to start shifting the direction from unhealthy, not doing something to a daily routine, which as we can imagine, doing cardio every day is not going to immediately get you to the body that you want, but it's in the right direction. This
Yes.
actually helps with cardiovascular health. Pulse electromagnetic frequency therapy is quite popular. And so I went straight to Dubai to start sharing this with the international markets. And then today I came back to Bangladesh, overnight flight. But even before I came home to the village side, to my parents' home, I had a meeting with my secretaries to show them this technology. And I said, this is what we're going to bring into Bangladesh. And I had them try the headset.
Yes.
So already I'm starting to be very passionate. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So now let's dive into more of the story, your story, because I want to really share that. At the time, you were focused on something else. The person that brought it to you didn't really dive deep into the PEMF technology that it's used for recover astronauts that are coming back to Earth to realign them with the magnetic fields and all these other things that are actually crucial to our well-being. What is that name of the book that that guy, what is it called? The
Think it's called PMF.
the
Uh,
the vital something, the sixth
I,
vital.
I I have that book. Just
So
that I kept
there
it
is
some.
a whole book about PEMF technology and what it does for the body, and something that I'm starting to learn deeper into. Okay, so now tell me about the second time it was brought to you. When was that, and how
Okay.
was that, and why did you take it seriously then?
So the second time was Paul who brought this to me.
Ah,
He showed me this and he said that, hey, everybody can take nutrition, can do a lot of things, but some may not. But there's definitely one thing everybody can use or can will do, that is protecting their eyes.
mm,
So he introduced to me the G1 first. I didn't jump into the P90 first. I actually jumped into this. Now, the way I look at it is, being a business person, I always look at, hey, what's the market potential of this thing? So it wasn't until I used this, I felt that, man, this helps me and helps others because everybody has only a pair of eyes. There's no other eyes, right? So everybody actually is on a handphone, on a laptop, on everything that actually will cause the strain of your eyes. So I actually tried this on because I saw the market potential. Now, when I tried this, it became very clear to me that the health portion of the eyes, the health portion of the other components are very important. Now, maybe I take a bit of an opportunity to try to tell you how marvelous this is, right? This G1. This G1 actually has potted holes. So if you were to wear on it, it's actually very simple. Is is like this. Now, with me wearing this, I can see you, Sal, because there's potted holes. And these potted holes, some are big, some are small. Actually, is patented. And if you were to press the button down here and start massaging, it massage and it compresses this mask. It also produces heat. It also produces PEMF. Now,
nice.
the PEMF that goes through is actually very minimal, just nice for the eyes. It won't hurt your eyes. And I can tell you the effect after that is marvelous. This also helps your head, your neuron, your in terms of your mind being focused, helping your eyes being sharper. So this is a 15 minutes duration and you can use it. And who will like it very much? First, I think people who use handphone and laptops needs this. Second group of people are the drivers, frankly.
Oh,
I notice when I'm tired, I put on this, although I don't drive anymore. But man, after that 15 minutes, I think it will help everyone who drives. It just brightens up your eyes. And now one of the reason why I didn't drive was also because I'm a diabetic, and being a diabetic or having high sugar level is very dangerous. I met an accident. I almost met two other additional accidents because I slept while driving. I told myself enough is enough. I cannot cause harm or danger to any of the pedestrian or road user. So I decided 7 years ago to quit driving. I love driving, don't get me wrong. Um, and that's the reason almost fell asleep. But I think with this, once you wear this for the dosage is 15 minutes, and when you wear this, your eyes brightens up, and you help the drivers to freshen up. It's like taking a power nap, but doing it on your eyes. Yes,
I find that it helps me with brain fog. A lot of times when like middle of the day, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., when you start getting cloudy, that's a good time to use it.
yes,
It's just something that refreshes me, and I feel more alert and whatever it's doing, whether it's the microcirculation, I think like the massaging around this part, which tends to be very stressed or like we squint and that causes us to be in a tense state. So these things, it's like getting a professional massage whenever you want at home. So as you were saying, this was brought to you. So if it's that product, that means it was recent because I think that came out
yes. It's recent.
September of last
It's
year.
recent. It's recent. So I carry this product with me when I travel or anywhere. And most of the time when I'm on the airplane, people find me very cool.
Yeah,
So
it's a great thing to use on the airplane.
yes, and I got this product a few months ago, and I tried it, and therefore that's how I started trying the P90. It was not the P90 that I used it first. It was this G1 that I uses it, and to my surprise, the P90 was something that I really felt it helps me a lot. And I can tell you now that you look at me, my energy level is very different.
Which we didn't say what time it is for you. Could you tell everyone what time it is for you in Singapore?
Right now is 12:30
Yeah.
a.m. in the morning, so 0031.
Wow. So what's interesting, what I really, really was impressed by, when people ask me, Sal, why are you so passionate about this OlyLife? And I never seen you so sure about something. And I said, I got a chance to go as one of the first, I would say, English leaders into the office to bring back
Yes,
the news and understanding and mastermind with you and our great leader of leadership of what you guys are doing there. But I said the greatest thing that I liked and really spoke to me was not something I saw. It was actually something that I didn't see, which is the future products that are coming. Just like, the fact that this G1 headset is something that recently came out in September of last year, I believe. Um,
yep, then
and so
about.
because of this, you got interested, and because of that, now, I was introduced to the business as a byproduct of that. The fact that they have a very strong research and development side and that every year they're coming out with new products is, I think, the most ingenious thing, because then you have your existing book of clients that already would be interested in the new product line. And the other very appealing thing is if the people that we talk to about the existing product lines, for some reason, they were not interested in any of them, then they might be interested in one of the new product lines, which opens up a brand new market, brand new client base.
Yes,
I like that feature of it. Um,
and yeah, okay. So every year in July they will introduce new products. But actually, Olive Life is not just about P90. The main product is PEMF on the P90. And on the G1, of course, right now, these are the main. But they do have things like the H bar. This
yes.
is hydrogen water. and then you produce hydrogen water. You have your terahertz. So you mix the water very, very healthy for people. You make it small so that when you drink the water, it can penetrate into your organs. So
Mm.
this is, and it's also detoxing. I was told that by drinking four of these in the morning on an empty stomach, it can helps to lower your blood sugar. I
Wow.
tried I tried three bottles this morning.
Wow.
But I'm trying to drink more with this hydrogen water. And if it goes with the P90, it's fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
So these were some of the products. There was also a blower. Like for example, if you have back pain, shoulder pain, you need to massage, right? Actually, you don't. Right now, you can have the blower shining at your back, and you can rotate, you can swivel. It's entirely up to you. And then it's spot on to help you with it.
I don't know, the company has such a range of products that
Yes.
one can take one of the products and build a whole like team out of it, whole business out of it. It's very interesting that you're not just dependent on one kind of product, because if someone doesn't resonate with one type, they might like the H bar, the hydrogen ion infuser. They might like the vitality wand that helps with the back pains and any other spot treatment. They might like the G1 for the eye massage. They might like the terahertz, or like me, the entire ecosystem for myself and my parents. Now, I wanted to ask, because you have such a rich perspective being in the heart of what's happening in Asia, how is the Asian market growing so fast? I believe All Life is over $50 million a month in sales.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how is it growing, this 2.5-year-old company, and now it's just growing faster and faster as more countries and more
Yes.
teams like us are onboarding? Tell
Put
me
it
more.
Yes. Put it this way, I think the product must be good. Otherwise, nobody will use it, right? So the product must have its competitive advantage, must have the general benefits. People feel it, that therefore they were able to ship 1 million of this P90 out, and they could do 50 million. Now in Asia, what I see, there are a lot of users. Are there builders? There are some, but mostly users. They're shipped to 100 over countries. Mind you, if there are builders everywhere, then this thing is going to explode very fast. Now, what I saw as an opportunity, couple of things is the market is empty in especially the Western market. And that's where I'm interested because my network is also the English speaking folks primarily, besides the Chinese, right? But look at the world. The world number one language is still English, followed by Mandarin, followed by Spanish. There's a lot of opportunities. And most of people, most of the other little places or countries that I have seen, most of them are user based
Oh, wow.
and not a lot. So I saw this as an opportunity, one. Second is I like the product because the product is effective. Now, for me as a business, I look at how do we scale a business. Actually, I base it on three pillars. One, the product must be good. Is also people, process, structure. There must be people, there must be structure, there must be a process. How you're going to get these products uh, from nothing to developing into fusion. And this product must have its unique advantage. And I saw this in OlyLife. And I saw that they keep on innovating, and through their patents, they must have a process in terms of doing this. Now, as far as structure is concerned, I must say that, okay, to build the overseas structure, they have to fine tune because generally speaking, we are at the beginning of this stage, haven't totally refined. But I think what I've seen the company doing for some of the markets, I think they have a way of getting things through very creatively. And most important thing is the people, are the people. And I felt that the international leaders like yourself and some of the other leaders that I've seen are all very quality people. And this product just need to be educated to the users.
You know,
Yeah.
one thing I was telling my secretaries here in Bangladesh is we don't need to try to sell this. We just need to explain and teach people the benefits. Through that,
Yes.
they will want it themselves. And because they can come and experience it without needing to commit to it or buy it,
Yes.
even for not just one time, weeks until they're ready to buy it. And what I've seen actually in Asia is that they have little shops where people can come in and experience and watch videos as they're experiencing the P90 or P90 plus. So what are some marketing methods that you're seeing that is working very well in that area for those of us that are business minded?
I think what I've seen in Taiwan and China, there's many of these outlets. It's a try and buy strategy. But I think it's important to educate these people while they are trying what benefits are they getting. And at the same time, it's the feel, it's the experience that they go through. And one thing I want to um, so-called impress upon everyone. When you buy this machine, you're not buying for yourself. You're
Yes.
buying for your whole family. Seriously speaking, I never was thinking that until it just came to my mind that, hey, this is not just for yourself. This is for your whole family. Your whole family can use this machine. When you step on this machine, you have 55 years
Yeah.
of,
Oh my God.
well, based on the company's so-called data, you can step on this machine for 55 years. Man, we don't have 55 years, but everybody can just use. And if you look at the cost of ownership, is actually very, very cheap. For health is very, very cheap.
It's
Value for yeah.
the things that I have gotten to learn and the way that our team leader Brian has strategized to break down the ideas of what makes this valuable from the fact that it is something you're purchasing. And I like something he said as like a as a point to consider, which is most people don't invest into something that's good for them for themselves. But if you show them how it's beneficial to their family, they're willing to spend 10 times more. Because if you show them how it can help their wife or kids or parents or husband or whoever, they do that for them. Instead of like if it's something, we know what it's like. It's hard for me to buy nice things for myself, but for my parents, for my loved ones, no problem. And this is something unlike a nutrition, unlike some subscription-based thing, you would need to get multiple subscriptions for each family member. Here, you buy once, lifetime benefits of being able to use and share both for your family and friends and on the business side. For example,
Yes.
I know that some people that have businesses, they use it at home during their home time, and then when they go to their shop or business or wherever, they bring it with them to actually allow their customers, whatever business it might be, whether it's a salon or it could be a restaurant, could be like a product-based store. These are simple ways, and it's another revenue stream for that business. So, uh, just to conclude, what suggestion would you have for someone who's looking at this as a business opportunity? How could they get this going? What have you seen working for other teammates?
I think the experience is very important. I've seen things how things work is all they need to do is put their feet on this machine. It's actually just simple. We don't have to explain anything. And then they put their feet, they have the feel. they if they do it like 4 to 6 times, I'm very sure they will feel something very different. Even for the very first time, they'll feel that their legs are warm, etc. And most of them that I've interviewed and spoken to, most of them slept very well.
Yes, yes.
They
I've
had a
noticed that.
deeper sleep, more soundy sleep, and more deep sleep uh, after the session. So that is one key indicator that this machine helps.
Wow.
So yeah, and for me it's because I put my feet for 3 weeks, my
Um,
sugar marker came down. But for most of them who have sleep issue, this is a machine you must try.
a way that I like to look at that, which was a huge selling point for me, is that this is very experiential. It's not theoretical of, you need to take a vitamin and believe that it's working. You can experience what it's doing to your body in real time from the first use. So what that means is, from our business perspective, we just have to get enough feeds on our machine. If you get,
Yes.
let's say, 100 feet or 100 pair, 100 people, there is a percentage, whatever that percentage is. Some will be curious, some will be ready to buy, some will need more information, understanding, and let's say it requires 500 people feet to be on there for you to make your first whatever amount of money. If we knew that financial freedom was based on how many people we got to try this device, how simple is that? Without knowing the technical side, because you can just get them to try it and play a video that explains the technology. So you don't have to be the expert in all of this biochemistry and what's happening inside the body. Just use the materials to help them understand what's happening, and that becomes a duplicatable model, which is, hey, let me work on how do I get this in front of more people, get them to try it. Finally, let's end on, what is the income potential? I know that's based on our own efforts, but what is possible here, that has attracted someone of your caliber who's done very well, who's been at the heights of corporate level, opening up countries and continents, to take this on as a business endeavor? What kind of uh, potentials are here?
Okay. Before I go into the potential, actually I came into this more for the health reasons, and it helps me. But from a monetary perspective, man, you can make 1,000 a day to people like Paul, maybe 5,000, 7,000 a day, to even people like Brian, 500,000 a month. So that is that kind of potential. But we say for average guy or average Joe, I think to make $500 to 1,000 a day
A day?
is
Oh,
not difficult. It's not difficult. It's
right.
not difficult. It takes a bit of a time,
Yeah, yeah.
but I would say 3 to 500 is very simple. You want to make 1,000, of course, it takes time, and this business is duplicable, is very duplicable. All you need is to ask people try and watch the video.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need to be a good speaker to do that. So I've seen people who easily make $300, $500, and they're very happy per day. Per day, I'm not talking per month. Uh,
I don't think you understand that in, for example, economies like the US, families making an extra $500 to seven, or even 700 to $1,000 a month is life changing. So you're
mm.
talking about $300 to $500 a day.
Maybe. I'm maybe a bit carried away, but seriously, my target for passive income has always been around 15,000 to 20,000 in one of my revenue stream. I'm not greedy, but when I saw what you could potentially build and do this business, man, it just blew my mind. and say that I have to set a higher targets for myself.
And
Frankly, is 1,000 a day achievable? You bet. I think it's very, very achievable. I don't want to say anything more because anything more, you may think that
right, right,
into
right.
a TV show, you think I'm just trying to say too much on
So,
it.
to give you guys a real life perspective for those that may know me, or I guess maybe through indirectly of someone who may know me that you're watching this video from, I started this business probably 18 days ago, and I came in at the maximum level of buying $6,000 of products, which came out to be like 6,200 plus shipping and customs like that came out to be $6,820. In the 18 days, I have made $7,400. So
Very good.
recouped everything, already up some amount of money, and now just beginning to expand. I mean, and think about traditional business models. How long, as you know, how long does it take to break even? Or we're buying a health product that we already are going to use ourselves and for our family. And it's like buying an iPhone. You are already going to use it yourself. And what if there was a business model with it as well? So it's like you don't have to do the business model. You can just buy it for your health, but without any extra cost, without any membership, without anything else, you have the freedom at any point to say, hey, I've been using this for 3 months, 6 months. My friend keeps asking me about it. Let me just help him get one himself. And there you've started your business side. So it is the least friction-based business model I have seen, and something I'm really proud of. Okay, to conclude, Bob, is there anything that you can share with us that you're looking forward to about where the company is headed? Some things that are on the horizon that you may know as you're in that area, listening to many of the news and what's happening in our upline. Share us with whatever you may be able to share.
Okay, I think this is a golden opportunity. I think the company is looking at opening up all the international market, but primarily now that China is changing how the direct sales is, China is going to be a big market, so they are preparing. The other thing is they like all the international market. I think US is a big potential. So is Canada. So is Australia. So is many other European countries.
Mm.
Actually, all we need is to dominate a place, and you'll find that the first you help people. I think important thing is you help people with the health. The money is a byproduct. And I personally feel that the direction of the company and the products that they produce really fit into this category of helping people in the health arena. I think the company will be blessed in that sense. I think there's a lot of potential in countries that is not even listed. So the next round they are looking at is Japan. They already have 25, 250, 200,000, 25,000, 30,000 members.
How many company wide do you know? How many in the entire company so far?
Meaning countries.
No. Like I guess users and business builders are, I guess they're all together. I think it's a few 100,000 people, mostly in Asia.
Yes, not. I don't really have the exact figures, but there are more users
Yeah.
than builders right now. They are going to target South Korea. They're going to target Japan. Japan is actually already started, but and they have intended to put an office in there. And so is Korea, and so is USA. So and they are not restricting us in any of the territories. All we need to do is to show them that if we could do $1 million in any of the territories, we can go up there and propose the country that we want to operate in. So generally speaking, that's how I look at it. You produce that million and consistently, the company will be the company is very analytical. They look at data. If you look at a country that buys like 1,000 products this month and never do it for the next 3 months, this is not considered as
All right.
a a data point for them. If you do it like consecutively, a million worth of products, 1,000 units, for example, of the P90, man, the company will be interested and the company will put in resources to do it. So
Wow.
this is what I've seen and what I've been told. I'm actually very excited because between you and many of the leaders, there are so many territories that you can go after. Uh, Bangladesh, by the way, the South Asian countries are very close to me because when I was in Hewlett Packard, the first group of companies that they sent me is all the South Asian company like Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, all these. So I really hope you will do well and you also covers the US. I got a scholarship in the US for my degree. So US is also very close to me. So is Taiwan and so is China because the roots came from there and Taiwan because I served my military, part of my military in Taiwan. So yeah, so for whatever reasons, so I'm actually very excited. I'm very passionate on this thing because I am fulfilling the dream of wealth and health. Because when I left Hewlett Packard, I told myself I want to build health but I didn't. Seriously, I didn't. In fact, I got trash, more trash. But I think it's high time for me to get back. And also at this current age or era for me, this age for me, health is more important than anything else. No health, nothing. Is zero at the end. So I really enjoy talking to you, and very happy to share all these things with you and also learn something from you. Thank you.
Oh man, I'm honored to work closely with you again. You're someone that has international wisdom over the decades, over what is receptive in the market, and also you've been very accommodating. I'm proud to work with someone like you because I know that you have amazing intention, and that leads to the byproduct of money. And we have a, a healthy health company that I feel proud to deliver the products to people because they genuinely benefit them. And then, sure, if someone is healthy, money helps to stay healthy. And if someone is to be wealthy, then you need health as a part of that. So infusing those two areas together, this is the perfect combination of it. And I'm just delighted to be at the right place at the right time with the right people and looking forward to taking this international. I will be going to the US in about a week or so to start building out local markets there and start working with the leaders there to put together little events and things and just travel the world and connect with different individuals that see the potential that we see here, and it's just going to be an amazing journey of health, wealth, memories, friendships, and bonding. And it's like the place where we can build life together, not just a business. So that's why I found this to be a very peaceful place.
I just want to end with something
Yeah.
that in the past I always look at business as business interest, but really I think in this Olive Life business, if you are sincere and you just need all you need to do is let them try and share with them and educate them. I think the right heart will bring forth the wealth and the health that we all need as a nation, as a universe.
I feel wonderful to be here and thank you for your time. It was really fun catching up, and we'll be catching up in person in the Singapore office on
Yes.
April 24th as I believe the very first English.
Session.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, one thing I'll say is that if I see the company's infrastructure, their multiple offices in different countries, their team momentum, their corporate structure, their research and development, the Olympian that they have as spokespersons, their product lines, their patents, and all these things, if I had to guess how old this company is, I would think 15, 20, 25-year-old companies. But the fact
Yes.
that it's 2.5 years old, it just is like insane to me. Where will they be in 10 years, in 15 years, in
Actually,
25 years?
I'm also very impressed with that. Having been in corporate America companies, etc., it's not easy to build and scale in that way and that fast. Uh, if you had asked me, I would easily think this is a 10-year-old company with so much patents and so many things that's in
Oh
the
man.
pack.
Well,
Yes.
we could continue the conversation and we will
Yes.
on other times in other strategic areas, but this was initial introduction of your rich history and background and how you came to discover this and why you have a passion for this. And you can see your passion has ignited other people's passion like mine because we were searching for both on the right product side and the right business model side. And the fact that it's a health product that personally we can all use, that our loved ones can use. And on the income side, it is by far one of the most rewarding and beautiful business models that I've seen. It's not like I love the products and I'm not so satisfied with the business model. It's that I am excited by both. And that's such a rare combination because sometimes you could have a great reward plan, but not a great product line, or a great product line and not a good reward plan. But to have a very generous, I believe the company makes, and correct me if I'm wrong, 5% profit from the expenses of the retail price of it. Most of it goes into all these other, whether it's paying us, whether it's research and development, whether it's other things. So it's a very lean company that's trying to do the right things to invest in us and the growth of their infrastructure. So I found a place to call home, and we'll continue to grow here for not just 3 months, 3 years, but 30 plus.
Yes.
Thank you, my
Looking
friend.
forward to. And thanks. Thank you.
See you guys around the world.
See you.
That was